Hello, everybody who's in here. I would like to welcome the Satellite DOGE-1 team, Fractal and Joe. How you guys doing?
Evening 2K. I'm great, thanks. Really good to be here and talk to your community today. Yeah, we've got Joe with us as well. I think he's up.
Hey guys. Yeah, what's going on? I'm Joe. I'm in here with you guys. Merry Christmas to those of you that celebrate it, and happy holidays. We got the new year coming up right around the corner, another week or so. Hopefully, everybody can get a chance to get some rest, spend some time with the family, and have nice dinners and whatever it is people got to do. And yeah, happy to be here with you guys.
100%. Well, yeah, it's been a crazy ride. It looks like for Satellite DOGE-1. I just wanted to ask you guys a couple of questions here. What was obviously the tweet that Elon made? That's a pretty crazy name to catch, right? Who's the if you guys don't mind me asking, who's the first mover on that name? Like, who got it going together right when they seen it?
Right, so the tweet you're talking about was actually made a couple of years ago, back in 21. And we didn't quite have the same Elon hype back then. There was different narratives at play, and I think our token was actually the first mover on Ethereum. It was about 8 or 9 months ago. The original contract launched from a different developer, and yeah, basically that one it didn't work out. The developer wasn't very trustworthy, and we relaunched around 3 months ago, October the 1st, on on Ethereum again. Winslow took it over, the community took it over, and now it's a totally safe contract. So we do say we're the first movers on Ethereum because the whole community came from that original contract. And even after we relaunched, there was no other DOGE-1. So yeah, that is something unique to us, and will always be the first DOGE-1 as well. So yeah, that's kind of how it came about. But I mean, yeah, does that answer your question, or did you want a little
Yeah,
bit
no,
more
that
about?
does. That does. But
Fantastic.
yeah, so I've done a little bit more research. I think Elon is planning on sending the Dogecoin to the moon pretty soon, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, that's right. So um, the launch is actually scheduled now for February the 12th. So 6 weeks away. We're just entering that really bullish period in the market where memes can go crazy, and we've certainly got one of the biggest narratives for meme coin to lead this bull run, we believe. So we're literally talking about Elon's company SpaceX. They are sending a rocket to the moon on a mission, and that rocket is going to be funded by Dogecoin, and the satellite is actually called Satellite Doge-1. So yeah, that's what we based the token off of. Obviously, it generates quite a lot of hype when you've got three massive narratives: rockets, Elon, and Dogecoin coming together to make
Yeah,
one narrative. Um, but
100%.
yeah, we've just been grinding for months on that and building it up, and had to fight off a lot of competition, a lot of copycats that were trying to say they were the first one. We haven't always been it hasn't always been clear that we'd be able to do it, but the honesty of the team, the fight of the team and the community, we've just kind of kept grinding, and now we're in a really good position looking ahead to that rocket launch in around 6 weeks time. So yeah, big things are happening. We're getting in front of really big people now. We've got the utilities building, the communities working so hard, and yeah, it just feels like one of those projects that it's still very early. We're still front running this narrative. There's been a few, there's been a bit of hype on Twitter and Telegram here and there, but we're still looking at 6 weeks away this launches, and Elon Musk hasn't even mentioned it for the past 2 years. So it's kind of clear to everyone involved that we're still very early with this, and should be a lot more to come in the next few weeks. So we're working really hard to leverage all we can on that and squeeze every drop out of this narrative for what it really is.
100%. So I just want to clarify for everybody who might not understand exactly which tweet they're talking about. It's this one right here, dated April 1st of 2021. So yeah, man, honestly, the way I kind of see it, I feel like everybody who catches this before the launch goes live is going to be very lucky because as soon as the tweets start coming out from Elon about Dogecoin going to the moon and they're looking for a token to buy, and they already see this one at 10 mil, steady contract, solid community. That's the best.
Yeah, I mean, it is that is one of the tweets that kind of made it such a big deal. But there was an even more relevant tweet that he did do that actually said, Doge-1 to the moon, first meme in space, first crypto in space. So yeah, in general, we know that he knows about it. He's actually liked a tweet from a Dogecoin influencer the other day that was talking about the mission. So we know he's got his eyes on it. And we're doing everything we can to get in front of Elon and get even closer to him. So we've had community members that have subscribed to him, subscribed to all the other big Dogecoin guys that he follows, and share private spaces with them and show to them the coins. So that's what it's all about. We're not just this isn't just a massive catalyst for Dogecoin. It's a massive catalyst for crypto. So we're going after all these huge Dogecoin influencers and crypto influencers who Elon has actually been known to deal with and interact with. So yeah, that's a really big part of our narrative and a really big part of our strategy, is trying to get in front of as many people as they can, so we can get we can go viral on Twitter. And really, we want to go viral everywhere. We want this to be a massive household name for a meme coin. So
that's definitely, it's a good goal to shoot for. And I do think it has the potential to do that. Now, if you don't mind me asking, in terms of who the team members are that have been putting in the work and time on this, could you go a little bit more into that and kind of explain everybody's role, who's on the team, as well as maybe even some community members that have stood out to you guys that have put in a lot of work?
Yeah, of course. So I think the most important thing to remember when you think about the team of our project is that we're actually a community takeover. So Winslow himself, he's the community leader now, but he started off in the old token under this dev that basically rug pulled the token, and he was just a community leader. He took it over, rallied the troops, and he's sort of assembled this team since then. And we've all come from the community, really. So myself, I've been helping Winslow with a lot of the stuff since relaunch. I only got involved at relaunch, but at first I was just involved as an investor, seen the potential of the narrative and everything, and kept just thinking, how can I unlock this narrative and give it the pump it deserves. So just got more involved that way, and that's kind of how a lot of our team members got involved as well. We've got about 25 team members based all across the world, so every time zone you can imagine. There's not really any time zone that we're not covered in the chats. But yeah, we've got experts in building bots and Telegram. We've got marketing experts like Winslow. He's done marketing for a lot of projects before, and he's got lots of real life celebrity contacts which we can utilize. He's actually doxed as well, so a few of the core members of our team are doxed, which is always something that investors like to see. But yeah, we've got a team of about 8 core members, and then a wider team of around 25 that are all working, that are mostly community members and have been here for a long period of time. We will be making it more official soon, but that's subject to a later announcement.
Okay, sounds good. Now, so you were talking about some Telegram bots just now. In terms of Telegram bots, what are you guys developing? What have you guys put out, or what's in the works in that end? Right.
So I think when people look at our project, they see how big the narrative is, and they decide it's a meme project. And so a lot of our utilities that we've been working on and we've been releasing, I feel like they're going quite under the radar at the moment, because I feel like we've got enough here to run as a utility project by itself without the meme, and then the meme comes on top and it just makes it absolutely massive. So don't sleep on these utilities here, because they're going to be big for the crypto space. So first of all, we've got our satellite scanner bot, right? And that works similar to a lot of scanners, but the difference is, so it's got everything you want on there. Audits, liquidity locks, check whether the contracts are announced, check the holders, check the liquidity providers. Lots of nice things that you'd like to see on a scanner. But what makes it stand out, what gives it that edge, is that it can be used on 20 different blockchains. So it's one of the most versatile scanners out there. And it's also got one of the most accurate APIs. So you're looking at a really bulletproof scanner, which is going to fit almost all your needs without too many inaccuracies. And that utility is going to be part of a bigger utility that we've sort of been putting together. Justin, our bot dev, he's been putting it together for over a year now, and that's our satellite AI bot. So right now that's live in our Telegram, and he's sort of fed it with all this machine learning using the ChatGPT API, and he's fed it more information about the project. So it's now like an expert in satellite DOGE-1 project and cryptocurrency, and it can answer pretty much any question investors need to know in the TG. But where it gets really interesting is this AI bot. It will actually be merged together with the scanner bot, over the next few months, and that's going to provide a brand new utility that the crypto space really needs that hasn't really seen before, which is basically everything ChatGPT does, but built into Ethereum, and not just Ethereum, but 20 different chains on-chain data. So you can ask it any question, or what's the liquidity of so-and-so coin, and it'll bring that up using a scanner bot, but it'll be as simple as using ChatGPT, how you get that information. So I think it's going to change the crypto space. Those are just a couple of utilities we've got live now, and we're busy getting those in as many lounges as we can, getting some really good feedback about them, and eventually we're going to be able to start generating a lot of revenue with those, I believe. But yeah, there's also another massive utility that will be dropping very soon in the next couple of days, and that's a whale portal. So that's the first of its kind portal, which I think we'll see a lot of demand from devs across the space, because whale groups are something that I've seen tried many times, but it's never quite successful because there's issues with whales not wanting their wallets to be known, or they if they don't mind that, they might mind connecting to a site to verify their wallet. So we've actually developed a bot which, instead of connecting wallets to it and storing people's data, it does none of this. People just need to burn a few tokens to get accepted into this whale group, basically. And yeah, the way it does it solves quite a lot of problems, as I discussed. So I'm really excited to get that utility live as well. We've seen interest from devs already that want it in their group. So after a little while, it's going to be generating revenue for us too. Yeah, those are a few of our utilities we've got. But as I say, this is a meme project, but we've still got the personnel and the capabilities to build even more and more. And there's not really any limit to what we can build with the people we've got here. So we're doing everything we can to keep building and give us that long-term backbone, so we can keep building higher floors and get more support organically.
That's awesome. Oh, dude, this is getting me real hyped up for February. I'm not gonna lie. I actually bought in about a month ago. I've been holding ever since. So I really personally want to see this project succeed, and I think it's gonna with you guys on board. Now, I also want to talk. There was a YouTube video that came out. I'm gonna pull it up over here. Give me a second. I think it's by Crypto Banter a couple days ago.
Yeah.
He did mention. Yeah, I was gonna say. Go ahead.
No, go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did mention you guys in there, which I found was pretty interesting. Did you guys have any contact with him prior to that?
Yeah. So basically, we've got a lot of big support at DOGE-1. And this Crypto Banter, it kind of came out of the blue, but it was from one of our big supporters, one of our connections that helped us get on there. It was Broots, who's really big in Bitcoin and Shiba Inu, and he's been supporting us since below 1 million as well on his show. We've sponsored his shield tank a couple of times now, and yeah, he actually got us. He got to speak on Crypto Banter, and he was talking about his favorite projects, and DOGE-1 was one of those. And yeah, we were flooding the chat with super chats and everything, and really quite a lot of hype popping off from this stream, because it was one of the biggest live streams on YouTube, I believe. So yeah, it's great to have people like B-Roots on board to get us those connections, and it's good to see these people start to pay attention now, because a lot of these bigger guys, they're only interested in coins after they hit certain thresholds, and we're now hitting those thresholds where we can sort of play with the big boys and get way bigger eyes with bigger money interested in us. And I think that that podcast there is a really good example of the elevated levels of exposure that we're getting from our pre-existing connections. So yeah, hopefully a lot more of that to come.
True. Perfect. I also just kind of want to know a little bit more about you guys. Like you, for example, when did your crypto journey start?
Right. Well, I've actually been in the crypto space approaching 3 years now. Probably, about dead on 3 years. So I've almost done a whole cycle. And the first cycle for me, I think it just opened my eyes to how much potential was in this space. But I was younger, I was a lot more naive, and made a lot of money. Basically, lost it all. I think the lowest point for me was my wallet getting hacked after I'd already lost a lot of money in it. That had most of my money left in it at the time. So literally in the last year since that happened, I've been sticking in the space, researching other projects, trying to find like base teams and communities. And yeah, ever since I found DOGE-1, I really found a place where I was sort of really comfortable with the people I was working with, really confident in the narrative and the team. It kind of ticked all the boxes for me. So it was a bit of a no-brainer to get involved into. And now we're making even more connections within the coin, and we're getting some really bullish partnerships and involving some really cool people. And we feel like it's going to be the coin to kind of kick off an umbrella of projects and community in this new bull run. So yeah, I'm just relishing the opportunity with that, taking the experience that I've had in the last 3 years and trying to do my best to build something really cool here. But yeah, it's a little bit about me anyway. Yeah, I'm really excited for the next couple of years. I think it's gonna be a great bull market and hopefully not the last one either. But yeah, I don't know if he got involved as well.
Go for it, yeah. Nope.
Hey guys, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. Hear you perfect.
So really quick, I just wanted to add onto what Fractal was talking about, the AI scanner bot, because the way it works is actually really cool, because not only does it work in English, but it works in multiple different languages as well. It works in Spanish, and one of the coolest languages that it works in also is that it works in Chinese. So you can ask it a question in Chinese, and it will give you a reply in Chinese as well.
That's insane. Will it have support like further on for like even more languages? Is it hard to hook that up?
I mean, as of now, it works. I don't know the exact number of languages that it works in, but I can imagine that as time goes on, the team kind of behind it is going to keep updating it and keep putting in tweaks and keep adding different things. And even the translation that it uses for Spanish and English is incredibly accurate, and it uses easy language that even the most basic learners would be able to understand. And like I said, I tested the bot myself in English, Spanish, and Chinese, and it works really, really well. The translation is really accurate. I haven't been able to find any translation mistakes, and it's a really cool thing because this means that people in Chinese communities and in the Latin American community, they can put it in their groups and they can use it as well.
Robert, listen, I'm waiting for you guys to add Albanian in there. I'm going to be the 0.00001% of users on that bot who uses that.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. And just a little bit about myself. I guess my name is Joe, and I've been kind of playing around in the crypto space for about 4 years now. And I am part of the Satellite DOGE-1 team. I'm leading the Chinese community, and we have a decent sized Chinese community at the moment. And we have a very large presence on Chinese Twitter, which is called Weibo. I'm sure some of your users have heard of it before. If you go on Weibo, the website, Chinese Twitter, you search Satellite DOGE-1, you're going to find hundreds of hits. We're on there constantly going after it, making posts, making updates. And we're also on WeChat as well. I'm sure some of your listeners have probably heard of WeChat as well. It's like the TG of China. And we're just working really hard to get the name out and make sure everybody knows about Satellite DOGE-1.
Perfect. No, that's the move. That's the move right there. Now, listen, if anybody has any questions here, please drop them in the chat as well. I'm going to be selecting some questions from you guys to ask the team. So, yeah, I'm just going to wait a little bit for you guys to pop those in there. But, yeah, the crazy thing is, Fractal, I had the exact same thing happen to me. I've been here for about 3 years. I made a shitload of money. I actually used to... 3 years ago was a good time. 2 years ago was also a good time. But after that, up until maybe 3-4 months ago, stuff got real difficult for me as well. But it's more so those who stick through the hard times, especially like when you lose a lot of money in this space. And if this is the only thing you do, it's kind of like your lifeline. But it does push you when you get to those absolute lows. It does push you further than anything else. Get back up on your feet and keep grinding. And obviously, Fractal, look where you guys have gotten to. Things always turn out for the better. Satellite DOGE-1 is going to be the next. I think that's, like I said, I've been watching the community. I've been watching the space as well. This narrative is so strong and it's untouchable, to be honest. Especially when it does launch. I think you guys are going to see some insane success over here. I'm happy to be a part of this project with you guys. And yeah. All right.
Glad to have you in there with us, mate. Because yeah, it's it's going to take a lot of us to get where we need to be. But from the data we're seeing and from the numbers we're seeing, consolidating chart, but holders still increasing every day, stuff like that. It does make you get you quite excited that maybe this is the narrative which is going to really take this bull run by the scruff of the neck and get it kick-started. But yeah, I mean, I guess I hear what you're saying about how we've stuck through it. And it sounds like you've got a similar story as well.
Oh yeah,
many others in the space, and for me, it is about keeping grinding, and even when things are going well, that's the time to carry on working hard, and that's kind of the mentality that we're trying to embed in the culture here at DOGE-1. That we're always striving for better, bigger numbers, not taking our foot off the gas, because we know that things move really quickly in crypto, and we've got to be ready to take advantage of things when they do happen, because this is the sort of narrative that it could be quiet one day, and then like you mentioned, we got on the Crypto Banter podcast that pumped us 15x or something in 24 hours. But there's plenty of even bigger, massive catalysts that we're also looking forward to, and they could come at literally any time. So don't hold your breath and wait for DOGE-1, because it would just leave one day. That's what I'm thinking.
Huh. For real. Yeah, I got a couple questions here from some of the community members, if you don't mind me asking. There will be 2 winners for this AMA. Just letting you guys know. But we have one from Young Official Army Coination. Long name. But in your white paper, you mentioned additional satellite branded utilities. What verticals align well with the space/satellite theme, and what's in development? Yeah, that's a question from. I'm going to try and paraphrase it a bit here, but I think he's asking more so about the future utilities that you guys have talked about in your white paper, as well as some of the marketing ideas that you guys have moving forward.
Yeah, sure. So we're trying to build a whole satellite ecosystem, really. Obviously, we're always going to have the token satellite DOGE-1 in the middle, but then we want all of our satellites as such around that working off it. And yeah, that's kind of the branding we're trying to go for with our ecosystem. So we've already got the satellite scanner, satellite AI, and we're going to have satellite portals soon as well. So I think those are 3 utilities that fit in quite nicely with the branding and the theme. But looking forward into the future, it's important to remember that this is following a real space launch where cryptocurrency is actually being utilized in a space mission. So we're really open-minded about where we take it with future utilities. We've got the kind of crypto focused utilities at the moment with those scanners and portals, etc. But also we're incredibly open-minded to where we branch this out to in the future. The crypto space, the space industry, they're both so young, and it's easy to imagine a world where they grow together. So as with the first DOGE-1, the first crypto that funded a space mission, it's our ambition to be a part of whatever that might lead to in the future, including actual space-related utilities for us. We've got big ambitions, and we think if we can hit those levels, then maybe we can actually start to see really exciting things like that present themselves as opportunities.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm just going to pull up another question here. Lots of them so far. A lot of them coming through. Okay. Bernardo asked, should we expect a premium version of the satellite scanner in the future, which will serve as the means of revenue and also as a means to generate tokens for burn? Also, are you open for projects who love to market their project through your bot?
So there will definitely be a premium version of the scanner in the future. I think I might have discussed earlier that we're planning to merge the scanner and the AI. That's all going to be in one, which is already in itself a premium service. But we haven't decided exactly what we're doing with it yet. But there'll be other features to add to this bot. So yeah, we definitely will have a premium, and I hope we'll have a basic as well, because that makes it way more widely adopted. But yeah, what was the other part of that question? Sorry.
The other part of that question is basically they were asking if you guys would be open to allowing other projects to market through your bot. So maybe if you guys are planning on running ads or something like that.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's the other source of revenue that could potentially be associated with the bot. So we'd have the premium on one side, and that could be the ad-free version. And then, yeah, it'd be quite easy for us to get ads on there as well. But nothing's confirmed yet. At the moment, we're getting that bot in as many places as we can. We haven't started to monetize that, but as you can see, there's like once we do have it in a lot of places, it's really well known, and once people can't live without it, then there's definitely levers we can pull to monetize that. And yeah, very well spotted. Those two you mentioned are definitely things that we would consider.
Yeah, perfect. And then I'm going to take one more question here. So Christopher, I'm not even going to try and pronounce this name, but could you outline the satellite scanner's security processes, the vulnerabilities it checks, and whether it scans for exploits, rug pulls, and honeypots?
I can do my best. Because yeah, I didn't create this bot myself. That was Justin, so I'm not the technical guy. But what I do know is the satellite scanner, it uses GoPlus's API, which is supposedly one of the most accurate APIs in crypto, and that aligns with the feedback we've had also. So just trying to find the satellite scanner here to let you know the sections on that, because it definitely is very accurate when it comes to identifying rug pulls, or if liquidity is unlocked, or any of those factors. So yeah, it can do all of those things that you'd expect. Like I think even hidden mint functions and all of that show up on there. So if you're after a bot that gives you a good overall accurate audit of a project, then this is probably going to do the job that you're after quite well.
Looking forward to it, man. Well, yeah, I think that's about all the questions. Well, all the good questions that I could find here. I really appreciate you guys coming on here and talking to our community. And I also really appreciate anybody who came from DOGE-1 over to our call channel over here. Thank you for spending your time over here. And I hope you guys enjoyed this AMA and were able to understand maybe any of the questions, or if there were anything you wanted to know about the team. Hopefully this was able to clear that up for you. We'll also be doing another one at 1 billion. Yes, it is going to 1 billion. So we are looking forward to that AMA. But yeah, I would like to give a special shout out to Fractal and Joe for coming on. Thank you guys so much. And if there's any final statements you guys would like to make to everybody on VC.
Just want to say in closing, if anybody has any questions about marketing in the Chinese community and how it works specifically for satellite DOGE-1, I've lived in China for the past 10 years. I speak the language. I understand the culture. I kind of understand what's going on. And if you guys have any questions, or if you want to hop in the Chinese TG and just say hello, or if you want to reach out to me with specific questions, I'd be more than happy to help you out. I currently live here. Like I said, I've been here for the past 10 years, and I've helped out various projects with marketing and targeting the Chinese community. And I'm experienced. And yeah, feel free to send me a DM. And like I said, pop in the Chinese TG or pop in the English TG and just say hello, show your support. And, if you're currently wondering whether or not you should ape a bag and you're looking at the market cap and you think it's kind of high, in reality, I've had people reach out to me and say, oh, I wish I got in at this market cap. I wish I got in at this market cap. This is just a small little stepping stone where we are right now. And if you look at the chart and just zoom out, the chart tells a story of its own. And later on down the road, it's going to tell the same story. People are going to zoom out and say, wow, I listened to this AMA here at this point, and now we are here. Even if it's just 50, 20, 100 US dollars, whatever it is you want to do, show your support, come into the TG, say hello. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to connect with you.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, guys. Jaden, 2K. Yeah, been really good fun to come on here, and yeah, Jaden, appreciate all your support since we were a lot lower as well a few weeks ago. You've been solid, helping us with a lot of stuff, and got some really good connections you're putting us on as well. So yeah, thanks a lot for doing this.
My pleasure, man.
Hope to be back on it soon, hopefully with a big update at 1 billion, like 2K said.
It's going to a billion. I'm putting the FA out right now. It's not NFA, but FA, right?
Yeah, get the banner drawn up. Get the banner made already.
Already being worked on. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody for coming along. We're going to wrap this up. Like I said, really, really big shout out to Fractal and Joe and everybody in the community who's been working on Satellite DOGE-1. We're going to send this, and it's going to be great. But yeah, take it easy, everybody, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Can't wait. Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.